everyone, how are you? I'm Shreya. We started a chemistry chapter of SLC, that is chemical reaction and equation. So, chemical reactions and equation, up to now we discussed about the activity number 1 and definition for the chemical reaction and properties of the chemical reaction. So today we are discussing about what are chemical reaction, how to represent them, all those things, and how to balance the chemical reaction we will discuss today. So let's start this session. So today's topic is how to write. We know that in a chemical reaction we have a reactant. So here we have a two components. One is reactant and another one is product. So to write any kind of reaction, we take the activity 1.1 reaction, that is magnesium ribbon is heated in with the help of burner, and it burns with the color of dazzling white color, and further it is formed the white powder which we call as ash, that is MgO. This magnesium reacts with the atmospheric oxygen O2 and forms MgO. So this element we called as a, so this two we called as a reactant, and this we called as a product. I hope this reactant and product is clear. So in the chemical reaction we have a one is reactant, which is in this particular reaction we have a magnesium and oxygen as a reactant, and magnesium oxide is a product which is shown with the arrow mark. So reactant are written in the addition symbol, that which is present in the LHS of the equation, and arrow mark shows the after writing. So after writing this arrow mark, we are representing the product which is written in the RHS, that is right hand side, and this is left hand side. So let's take another reaction, that is formation of water molecule. H2O nothing but water molecule. How this water molecule is formed? This water molecule is formed by adding hydrogen gas plus O2 gas. When these two react, we get the product as H2O. Hydrogen, H2 nothing but it is a hydrogen react with the oxygen to form a water. So this is one of the chemical reaction which contain the this reaction which contain the reactant as a hydrogen and oxygen, and forms the product as water. So these are some two example. We'll take another example, that is formation of a carbon dioxide. These are very simple example I am taking. Another key thing I am going to discuss with you, that with you people, that is I'll tell you further. So first we'll write the equation for carbon dioxide. So how this carbon dioxide is formed? So we need to mix carbon which is in the solid state, which reacts with the oxygen to form carbon dioxide. That's it. Carbon reacts with oxygen to form a carbon dioxide. So we know that this is a clear. See, if we have in any molecule, if we have a single oxygen, so here if we don't have any kind of number, nothing but we have the 1. So if oxygen atom, so number of oxygen is 1, then we can say it as a monoxide. We say it as a monoxide. So if in the subscript, if we have a 2 molecules of a oxygen, then we call it as a dioxide. If three molecules of oxygens are present, we call it as a trioxide. Monoxide, single oxygen nothing but monoxide, two oxygen nothing but dioxide, and three oxygen nothing but trioxide. This is very important and very easy. Just we need to remember, if carbon contains single oxygen, we call it as a carbon monoxide. We call it as a carbon monoxide. If we have a CO2, we call it as a carbon dioxide. If we have a CO3, call it as carbon trioxide. Clear? Okay. So this is what about nomenclature of oxygen. So here we already discussed some of the equation. This is all about the chemical reaction. So in further session, we'll study about the how to balance these chemical reaction. It might be MgO. Here we have the number of oxygen molecules are 2. Here in a product side we have 1. So we need to balance the LHS as well as RHS, nothing but reactant and product. We need to balance both the equation. How to balance that, how to do that, we'll see in the next session. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Keep subscribing. Ta-ta.